Hey everybody, I hope you're staying well and safe. As I mentioned last Sunday, this week we're going to gather again corporately to worship our King. And while we're doing that, I want to be able to share with you some of the things we're doing to make sure we do that as safely as possible. First, understand that we're not in fear of this virus, but we want to use wisdom when we're coming back together to gather and to worship our King. So first thing about that is, if you have anything that you're dealing with that would make you more at risk, please stay at home. I'm asking the Lord will give you a special grace to be able to wait a little longer than everybody else to gather together. It's most important that if you're at risk, that you take appropriate precautions. Okay, so here we are. We're at Flex Dance Studio. We really felt like the Lord led us here, and they graciously opened their doors for us to meet until the school is ready. And so what I want to do today, I want to run through some protocols that we're putting in place so that you can consider what if you're going to be able to come this Sunday and know what to expect. So the first thing that you're going to notice that every area will be sanitized, we'll wipe it down, all hard surfaces will be safe. When you come in, the greeter is going to open the door for you. They're going to smile, they're going to say hi, but the one thing they're not going to do is give you the customary hug. Please don't feel offended. They're doing it for everybody's safety. So when you come in, you'll notice on the counter here that we will have hand sanitizer. Go ahead and pump some hand sanitizer. In these circumstances, more is better. So go ahead, wipe off your hands and your wrists, and so that you're clean going into the building. Okay, follow me. Well, I'm going to give you a little quick tour of what you can expect in the facility. As we're walking down here would normally be, under normal circumstances, one of our children's rooms. But this week, and certainly for the near future, we're not going to have any children's ministry. The logistics of trying to get kids to classrooms is going to be too hard, and there's going to be a cross path happening inevitably, especially with our kids. So, in light of that, we're going to seat people in family units. Okay, so we have 3 spaces. This is what I'm calling an overflow area in this building. This will be one of the spaces where we'll have 2 or 3 family units meeting in this area. So follow me. This is our main meeting room in here. And as you'll notice, on the floor, they have blue X's for their dancers to socially distance. We'll be doing the very same thing, but with chairs. So when you come in, you're going to gather by family unit. And so with no children's ministry, you are responsible for your children, and we think that's the best scenario. I know it would be very hard for my family to be able to do that, especially if they're in children's ministry. So let's take care of our own family. One thing to note in here is this is a specialized dancing floor. And so we're not allowed to carry any liquids in here. So please don't bring any liquids into the building. Because of what our plan, again, our logistics for the first week, we will have no communion and no offering. Of course, we value communion. We want to do it as soon as possible. But again, we want to do it safely. And so we really feel like any passing out or passing back needs to be kept to a minimum. We'll have an offering station in the building where you can drop off your tithe and offering. Also, just be aware, again, that we're tenants in this building and we want to take good care of it. And so with this new setup, my next stage of our protocols is to release people so that we're not all running out at the same time. So we have the main meeting area, we have the overflow you just came from, and we're having another overflow area over here. So as we release, and again, if we're cutting down our time, because without children's ministry and no offering, no communion, the meeting time will be probably under an hour for our kids' attention span, if nothing else. So in here's our other meeting area. I'm going to release everybody by meeting areas so that we can casually and comfortably leave the building without having to bump into one another. And so, here's the good news. I know we're going to be anxious to connect. So we're going to set up some pop-up tents outside. We're going to have some refreshments available. And there you can hang around. You don't need to rush off. You can hang around for as long as you want. Just we're asking to stay appropriately distanced. Now, please, last thing that I want to say is, if you're like me, and you are a hugger, so y'all know I love to hug, and it's been really hard not to hug people during this season. And for the most part, I've done a good job. And sometimes it's spontaneous. Sometimes we're not ready for it. But here's what I want to ask: if you feel yourself going to hug somebody, please ask permission. You don't know that person's health situation. You don't know the family that they're in contact with, elderly parents or extended family. So please ask permission. It's not a law, it's a guideline. And so I realize that you are free to do that, but please honor and respect others. Okay, that's it. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. You guys have a blessed week, and let's come together, worship our King, and glorify his name this Sunday. See you soon.